The butterfly, that's on. Let me see the Tootsie Roll. Yeah, 1994. 69 boys biked up by the boys to the DJ. One time, cotton candy, sweet and yo. Let me see the Tootsie Roll. Come on, just make that Tootsie Roll. Here we go. Just make that Tootsie Roll. Yeah, come on, let me see that Tootsie Roll. Get on the roll and make that Tootsie Roll.
All right, it's time for math class. Lesson 510, practice with mixed numbers today. So turn in your books to page 197. Today we are going to be discussing the puzzled penguin. The penguin, we have to help him. He is so puzzled. He's very confused. So I'm going to pause the video. I want you to read the puzzled penguin problem and see if you can come up with the answer. Then we will discuss it. Pause your video and read now. All right, let's see if we can help this poor guy out, this poor penguin. Dear math students, there's a running path near our school that is 1.5 or 3/2 miles long. My friends and I want to run 3 miles every day. We are trying to figure out how many times we can run the path to reach 3 miles. No matter how many times we add 3/2, we never seem to reach 3. Here is our work. Well, running 2 times 3/2 plus 3/2 is 6/4. That's less than 3. Running 3 times 3/2 plus 3/2 plus 3/2 is 9/6. That's less than 3. And running 4 times 3/2 plus 3/2 plus 3/2 plus 3/2 is equals 12/8, and that's less than 3. What have we done wrong? Hopefully you caught the very simple mistake that the puzzle penguin make. You do not add the denominators. No. You don't add 2 plus 2 equals 4. You don't add 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. You don't add 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 8. The denominator stays the same. So all these should say 6/2, which is equal to 3. The next one should say 9/2, which is actually 4.5 miles. And the next one should say 12/2. The phone's ringing. Hang on a second. All right, sorry. Mrs. Woody was calling with a question. Anyway, 12/2 is equal to 6 miles. Remember, when you're adding, subtracting fractions, you find a common denominator. Once you have that, which the puzzle penguin does have common denominators, the denominator stays the same, and you only add or subtract the numerators. Hopefully you figured that out. All right. All right, now let's look at some comparisons here. I've got a chart, top right-hand side. It's got persons, people, and their heights. And I did the height in fractions so we could do some comparisons to see how this works. Ignore my sloppy writing. Writing with a pen on an iPad isn't as neat as it should be. How much shorter is ... And number 1 says Braden than Mr. Woody. So we look at Braden's height. How much shorter is he than Mr. Woody? So we have a problem here. That is, Mr. Woody is 6 feet tall. And to find how much shorter, we're going to subtract the difference between Mr. Woody and Braden, minus 3 and 3/4 feet. Now, these heights aren't exactly accurate. I kind of ballparked them, so don't be like, oh, that means Braden's actually, I don't know if he's actually 3 3/4 feet. I just made up some numbers that were close. Okay, so that's the problem. We need to find the difference between Braden and Mr. Woody. Okay, again, when we have a whole number like 6, we have to be able to create a mixed number to subtract from, borrow from the 6, make it a 5, and the denominator is 4, so I make it 4/4. Now I have 5 and 4/4, which is equal to 6, minus 3 and 3/4. 5 minus 3 is 2. 4 minus 3 is 1. Mr. Woody is 2 1/4 feet taller than Mr. Woody, or Braden is 2 1/4 feet shorter than Mr. Woody. Okay? How much shorter is Matthew than Becca? Okay, well, let's look and see here. We have Becca, the taller of the two, is 4 2/4 feet. And we subtract her height from Matthew's height, 3 1/4 feet. All right, pause your video and complete this problem. Tell me how much shorter Matthew is than Becca. All right, this one should be simple and easy. There's no borrowing needed because the 2 of 2/4 is larger than the 1 1/4. So we take 4 minus 3 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1/4 feet. Matthew is 1 1/4 feet shorter than Becca, or Becca is 1 1/4 feet taller than Becca. Or Becca is 1 1/4 feet taller than Matthew. All right, that's how we use. We can take information and try to compare it by subtracting. All right, and that's what you're going to be doing on part of your homework. You're going to be doing some practice for just adding and subtracting fractions and mixed numbers. You're also going to be using information to chart like we did on the last page. Okay, I want you to complete homework and remembering 5-10. Homework and remembering 5-10. Get your homework done. Homework and remembering 5-10.